Okay, so we're starting a new chapter, chapter 71, surah of, the chapter of?
No.
No, yeah, there you go. Okay, so what we do is basically, he's going to read a verse or two, you're going to read that, we're going to try to see what we can get out of that. I'll read in Arabic, go from there. Good, so do you want to start, the first verse, in English? Let me fix your translation a bit, if you just take it out for a second. Okay. Okay, so, is that the one I set up? Okay, this looks good for me. Just the verse number 1.
When we sent Noah unto his people, saying, warn thy people, and the painful doom come unto them.
Okay, then next.
He said, O my people, lo, I am a plain warner unto you.
Okay, next one.
Serve Allah and keep me your duty unto him and obey me.
Okay, next one.
That he may forgive you somewhat of your sins and respite you to an appointed term. Lo, the term of Allah, when it cometh, cannot be delayed if ye but know.
Okay, good. So I'm going to read in Arabic. Okay, as I do that, think about a few things, right? Think about who is Allah talking to. Is Allah mentioning a good quality or a bad quality? Is the verse telling anything about Allah? Is the verse telling us to focus on anything? Is the verse telling us about the reality of this life, about the reality of some types of people, about the reality of the messenger? So think about these things so we can extract. Okay, so I'm going to read it in Arabic. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أرسلنا نوحا إلى قومه أن أنذر قومك من قبل أن يأتيهم عذاب أليم قال يا قوم إني لكم نذير مبين أن اعبدوا الله واتقوه وأطيعون يغفر لكم من ذنوبكم ويؤخركم إلى أجل مسمى إن أجل الله إذا جاء لا يؤخر لو كنتم تعلمون. Alright, what do you guys think?
Personally, from what we've read, I feel like it's a message to everybody, not even just to one person, one individual.
Give you a bit louder, man.
I feel like from the verses that were said, it's a message to everybody, not just one person.
Okay.
And it's really following the word and keeping up with him.
Okay.
So basically, Allah says that He sent Noah to His people in order to warn them.
So that's first thing. So who sent Noah?
No.
Who's Allah? That's very important. So they don't come on their own and say, okay, follow me, I'm going to start a club, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing personal about it. They're acting on behalf of. That's why they're called. What are they called?
To
Messengers, right?
Yeah.
That's very important. Okay, good. So now, what's the prime duty of the messenger?
To obey Allah.
Right. So they are warning the people.
The people. Then there is torment for them. Yeah, if
Right.
they don't obey Allah.
Because a lot of people, what do? They're very heedless, right?
Yeah.
They're just going about their own desires. So everybody has something they want to achieve yesterday, today, or tomorrow, right? So they are going after that. So messenger are basically setting their priorities right. That okay, take care of your world, but don't forget why you're here. And actually, this is the first messenger after Adam alayhi salam. So people were on the Tawheed, they were worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a long time, and then they started worshipping idols. And Noah came by Allah to warn them that look, these idols are not your God, so worship whom? Allah alone. And so he tells them clearly, right, that look, I am a plain. Who is he? A plain? Warner. So what was his warning? What was his message? That look, worship Allah alone.
Dutiful to Allah and obey Allah.
And keep your duty to Him. And obey whom? The messenger. So I will show you how to worship Allah. And if you do that, what will happen if you do that? So this is verse number 4. What will happen if you do that?
If you do that, okay. If you don't do that, you know that there's a torment waiting.
Right.
For you.
But if you do that, if you worship
Forgive you for
Allah,
your sins.
He'll forgive you, right? So look, nobody is going to be perfect, right? We'll always have shortcomings. We won't enter paradise on our own that, okay, I took care of everything, right? So Allah will forgive you your sins, okay? He will give you respite until an appointed time. And when that appointed time comes, then can anybody delay that? No. Okay? So continue from verse number 5. Ajmal.
Oh, me? Yeah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. He said, "O my Lord, verily I have called my people night and day, secretly and openly, to accept the doctrine of Islamic monotheism. But all my calling added nothing but to their flight from the truth. And verily every time I called unto them that you might forgive them, they thrust their finger into their ears, covered themselves up with their garment, and persist in their refusal, and magnified themselves in pride."
Okay. So think about, right, what's going on. قَالَ رَبِّ إِنِّي دَعَوْتُ قَوْمِي لَيْلًا وَنَهَارًا فَلَمْ يَزِدْهُمْ دُعَائِي إِلَّا فِرَارًا وَإِنِّي كُلَّمَا دَعَوْتُهُمْ لِتَغْفِرَ لَهُمْ جَعَلُوا أَصَابِعَهُمْ فِي آذَانِهِمْ وَاسْتَغْشَوْا ثِيَابَهُمْ وَأَصَرُّوا وَاسْتَكْبَرُوا اسْتِكْبَارًا ثُمَّ إِنِّي دَعَوْتُهُمْ جِهَارًا ثم إني أعلنت لهم وأسررت لهم إسرارا فقلت استغفروا ربكم إنه كان غفارا. So I've covered till verse number 10. Okay? So where did you stop?
Okay. So like pride.
7? Okay, just complete 8, 9, 10 and then we'll talk about it.
And lo, I have called unto them aloud. And lo, I have made public proclamation unto them, and I have appealed to them in private. And I have said, seek pardon of your Lord. Lo, he was ever forgiving.
Okay. So so Allah sent him with a message, with a mission, right?
He said the note, right? He's basically
Yes.
talking about the note. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So he's saying to Allah, look, Allah, I called them privately, publicly,
Openly,
day and night. I just kept doing them. But what did they do?
They deny the truth.
They're like,
the
we
doctrine.
don't want to listen,
Yeah.
cover
They
up.
cover up, yeah.
Block the message.
Yes. Just blocking the message, turning away from the message, running away from the message, all sorts of basically denial, running away, right? And being arrogant, right? As it says, being arrogant about it.
Pride, yeah.
And what was this thing that, look, just ask Allah to forgive you and He's very, very forgiving, right? Make an effort. Do something about it, okay? So that's a very good reminder for us, right? I think, so that's why it's very important for us to connect with the message, because that will help us focus, right? Otherwise, basically we start feeling what we read, what we see. So if you're not reading in and feeding our souls, then our souls will become weak, disconnected from Allah, distant from Allah, right? Like how if you don't feed the body properly, it's deprived of the energy, it's not going to be able to do good things. So that's basically what it is about, right? That to pause what we are doing, to see how we are doing, how we are investing in our relationship with Allah, and how we are, moving forward.
Ourselves from Him.
So the first thing obviously is what, like, what's the prime duty upon us?
To worship Allah, yeah, obey Allah.
Like how?
Obey,
Right?
man.
Yeah. So what's the first commandment or the first pillar of Islam?
Kalima. That's the testimony of the faith.
Right. So
Allah.
after that,
Yeah. Praying.
praying, right?
Yeah.
So establishing the 5 times daily prayer is like super important, right? Because that shows, right? Like we can say whatever we want from our verbal lips, right? Okay, I believe in Allah. There's no one worthy of worship except Allah, so on and so forth.
Fully submission.
But when the time for prayer comes, if we can't, find a few minutes to stop what we are doing, have a chat with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have a meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, thank Him for what He has given us, right? Thank Him and praise Him for who He is, right? In and of Himself, right? Not necessarily what He has given us, but because He's worthy of praises, because of who He is. He's the one who created everything. He's the one who designed everything. He's the one who blessed us with everything that we have. And obviously, I mean, if you compare even from the rest of the world, as they were collecting, for what were they collecting for the refugees for the winter blankets, right?
Yeah.
We just take things for granted, man. The people are like outdoors and they don't even have things to cover themselves properly.
Majority of the world.
Yeah. So if you
It's a
really,
lot everywhere.
yes, we're like kings if we really compare ourselves to a lot of people, man.
Like even the other day, I think they were doing like custom checks, and there was somebody from inside of the mattress trying to come.
Yeah. So it come from there?
I forgot what
Yeah,
country
yeah.
it was, but they opened up the mattress and somebody was trying to come into the
Oh,
country.
while being in a mattress.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know?
Yeah, because I mean, if you have nothing, right, you're willing to risk everything, right? Just like, let me take a shot at it. I might survive, right? So that's the may Allah make us, thankful.
I mean,
Do you wanna? I'm just gonna stop that.